Hello, dear ladies. Today I wanted to present a little message before you, specifically for those mothers, spiritual and physical, who are short on time. And I'm going to share with you a couple of bullet points on discipling your daughters. So if you don't really have a lot of time, this message will be perfect for you. The first bullet point I wanted to share talks about the fact that actions speak louder than words. Obviously, your daughters are constantly observing you, how you submit to your husband, and they're learning the virtue of submission by your example. This is our first bullet point. They're learning the virtue of submission by your example. Second bullet point, by having a devotional time yourself as a mother, you encourage your daughters to have one themselves every day. Obviously, when your daughters are younger, you're reading the word with them, you're praying with them, so you're walking the spiritual road, so to say, alongside them. But then a time comes when they're on your own. So when they see you seek the Lord in the secret place by yourself, they imitate you and they're encouraged to do the same. So you encourage them to set aside that time specifically for reading the word and for praying. Just as they do homework, they have that specific time when nobody disturbs them, when the world doesn't touch them in any way. That's a specific time for meeting Jesus every day. By doing this, they're laying the foundation that spiritual foundation that they will stand firm on during their whole lives, seeking the Lord in the secret place. This is extremely, extremely important. Bullet point number 3. Your daughter needs to be cooking by herself, needs to learn how to cook by herself. What I mean by that? She needs to know how to prepare several meals for the family. Not just help you or watch you, which is extremely important, obviously, but that's a learning process. But she needs to know how to prepare several meals by herself. That encourages her and builds her confidence that she knows how to do it on her own. She needs to learn to do this on her own by maybe age 6 or maybe even 5. Maybe some simple, basic things, but she needs to do it on her own. Also, maybe a little bit later, by age 8 and 7, you establish a day when your daughter prepares a meal, a whole meal from scratch, from A to Z, for your family by herself. Maybe it will be Monday, maybe it will be Tuesday, one day a week, maybe a couple of days a week, but so she can bless the whole family and exhibit that confidence in cooking. Then also by maybe age 9, by age 10, you take her to the grocery store. Obviously, you show her how to shop for the meal by making a list so she knows everything that's needed. So by age 10, she can already plan and shop for that meal by herself. You are shopping for the family and she is alongside you helping to shop and shopping for that meal that she is preparing. This is extremely important because she's not leaning on you anymore as a crutch, so to say, but she can confidently do it herself. That's an incredibly important skill for her to learn for her future life. Bullet point number 4. You install femininity into your daughter, and her strength is in her femininity. You shape your daughter into a gentle and soft lady. That's our bullet point number 4. So how is it done? This is taught by the way you teach your daughter how to dress, by the way you teach your daughter how to carry herself, by the way you teach your daughter how to softly and gently speak without raising her voice. This is taught by the way how to walk and talk and present herself with poise and grace. All those things need to be taught. They do not come by osmosis. And this is extremely important. Also, this is done by example in many ways. You dress modestly, so your daughter dresses modestly. You're her most important guide and example in this area and every area of her life. She picks up on your inclinations. She sees what you wear, she sees the way you carry herself, and she will mirror you. Because whom else does she have? You are her most important teacher and guide. You teach her to draw attention to Jesus and not to herself. And I also strongly recommend you watch my series on modesty with your daughter together. Discuss those things. Practice those things. This is very important. Bullet point number 5. You teach your daughter or daughters to guard her mind, emotions, and body. You're the one who teaches her to do those things. She needs to have a tender and sensitive conscience, and you as a mother can pray for that. Lord, please create a tender and sensitive conscience in my daughter, so she knows and feels and knows exactly the boundaries of her relationship towards young men around her, so she doesn't overstep those boundaries, and you discuss those things with her, how to put those boundaries, and so she's not hurt in the future and her heart is not broken. She also needs to understand with your help and your explanation, and this needs to become her own personal conviction, that dating does not please the Lord. She needs to understand that and why, until it becomes her personal conviction. And she also needs to learn and understand from you that the only man whom she will be allowed to court and is allowed to court will be the man whom she is committed to marry and whom you and your husband approve of for her to marry. So these are very, very important things that you as a mother need to communicate to your daughter. Okay, I hope those were helpful. Let me know what you think. And we will continue our series on hospitality in our next message. This was the message obviously on discipling young women, but I think this will be our wrap-up message, so to say. The next message will be on hospitality. Okay, God bless.